All right guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff Cordero and today I'm going to be going over something that is new to me and I think you guys should know about, especially if you shoot 3D or indoor archery. So I have no experience shooting a lens up until maybe a few months ago, and I never had a need for it. I don't shoot 3D archery and I have never shot indoor, or at least taken it seriously more than just my hunting bow to the range to shoot with some buddies just to see what I can do. But last year I made a video, probably about 11 months ago, that said I was going to focus on indoor archery this year to help myself become a better shooter, to put myself in competition settings. So I couldn't think of anything else except for shooting spot targets at like a Vegas face. When I got into this, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I went on the forums, I bought a used bow. It came with a scope on it. It had a 4X lens in it. And I didn't know any better. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know what I didn't like. I got in contact with Chuck Cooley through some of my contacts, and he was exactly the person I needed to talk to. This is what he does. He does lenses, he does glass. He works for Zeiss now, so he knows the ins and outs of magnification, glass, what works, what doesn't work, what's high quality, what's not that great, and how it will affect, or it was affecting my performance and my sight picture. With his recommendation, he sent me out the X-Focus 365 AD lens. This is actually not a single pane of glass, but it is two panes of glass that are bonded together here in the US. What it does is it makes for a better, clear sight picture. As light travels through the glass, what ends up happening is this chromatic aberration. I had no idea what that was until he talked to me and he said, think of the Pink Floyd album cover, or like if you're shining a light through a prism, how the colors separate. That makes sense to me. He said light travels at different rates of speed, and that's just when it goes through glass, they separate. But how does that make a difference? Well, with your glasses, the ones that you would read with, you don't notice much of a difference because they're so close to your face that you're not going to get that separation in that light fast enough. Your eye picks it up and it automatically fixes it. But when you take that little piece of glass and you stick it out in front of you, 30 inches in front of you, you're going to get some distortion in the colors. And it's not a distortion in the image, but he goes, think of it like your yellow and your red lines on your Vegas face. Like they're going to start to blur a little bit, or if you're shooting a 3D target, you might not be able to pick up those lines in the target because the colors on the target are kind of blurring them. So he sent me out this lens, and as soon as I threw this in my scope, immediately the lines were a lot clearer, the colors were crisper. Now I could change my clarifier to make the target a little fuzzier or a little sharper, but it didn't change, I guess, the rate of light that was coming through and how it was being perceived by my eye. The blurriness was because I chose to make it blurry, not because the lens was making it blurry for me. So I didn't really know that was a big thing, but someone who's just kind of stepping into this, that made a huge difference for me. So if you're someone who's shooting with a lens and you're not shooting one of these lenses, like this could be a product that could help you see your sight picture better. So once I put this lens into my scope housing, I noticed a huge difference in just the way the target looked, and that really helped calm me down and the way I was shooting. I started shooting better because my sight picture started to look better, and I wasn't so worried about the sight picture doesn't look good. I'm kind of staring at the dot, I'm staring at the target. Now I can just focus on staring at the target and not really having to worry too much. I know maybe that doesn't sound super technical, but that's what it helped me do. It made me see a lot clearer, and if you're actually a pro and this stuff actually matters to you, this is maybe how you make a living, or this is the one thing that you want to put all your time and money into, you want to shoot good. Like no one wants to go out there to shoot bad, no matter how good or bad you are. You want to do the best that you can do, and this lens definitely helped me. One thing that I really do like about these lenses when compared to some of these other lenses that I have, this 8X lens, I don't know this is actually an 8X lens except for the 8 Sharpie marks that are on the outside of the lens, but these X-Focus 365 lenses are actually laser engraved with what the lens is, where it was purchased from, the zoom of the lens or the magnification of the lens, and what size housing it will fit. Chuck has a website, and I'll link it down here below, or you can message him on Instagram, and he is super helpful. And that's where Chuck really came in. I told him, hey, I want a 6, I want it drilled because I want the option to put a fiber in it in the future. And this is the scope housing I'm shooting. And I didn't have to guess what size I needed. I didn't have to get out a tape measure or a protractor and start measuring this or look up what size it is. I mean, for me, it was pretty idiot proof. I said, I shoot a UV lens, or I shoot a UV scope housing. This is what I need. And he goes, yep, this is what you need. Send it to me, and here we are. So this has really helped me shoot a lot better, or at least feel better about my shooting. And if you, like I said, if you guys are in the market for a new lens, I highly recommend looking at X-Focus 365. Like I said, they're made here in the US and they're a really awesome product. And I'm gonna go buy more of these in the future for, you know, other bows. Maybe if I buy a new scope housing, I'm definitely going to get one to put into that. So if you guys like this video, hit that like button, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about X365 lenses. Are you shooting them? What else are you shooting? Is there something on the market that might be better than this? Because I don't think so. Smash that subscribe button, guys. We'll see you on the next video.